Hi everybody. The other day I talked about our friends Bob and Ann Zeller. Well, she did a recipe not too long ago for her husband that he put on his blog. And so this is my version of it. It's called Macho Nachos. And they looked fabulous. And what she used was like regular ground beef, drained and all that. And she made her own version of like a pico de gallo. Well, this is my throw-together version of their Macho Nachos. And over here I'm going to show you what goes into my version of it. So, I have over here some diced cherry tomatoes. They used regular tomatoes. I thought the cherry would add a little bit of sweetness. I have a quarter of a finely diced onion over here, along with probably about a quarter piece of jalapeno that I seeded and diced up. And just a word to the wise, guys, do not put your hands near your eyeballs after you've dealt with a jalapeno. I just learned that the hard way. Whoa.
Wash your hands, people.
Wash your hands with soap and water, and if you're not sure, steer clear of your eyes for about a day, okay? Just to let you know. Okay, so hers had the Tostito bowls. Some of ours got broken, but I don't know. We'll blame it on the grocery store. Why not? And I have some Mexican cheese that hers went into. We have some refried beans. And we have browned and drained hamburger meat with taco seasoning in it. I thought it might give it a little bit of a kick. And you know, some of us are all about flavor. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right on to the pico de gallo, or my version of it. If you have a better version, share with me. We can all learn from each other. So I'm just going to put all those jalapenos and onions and remind myself not to touch my eyes again. And from here, I'm going to add a little lemon juice. And all this is going to do, it's going to give it a little bit of tartness, and it's going to marry those flavors all together. So we're just going to give it a stir. And if that doesn't look pretty, then you need to adjust your computer monitors or whatever you're watching this video on, because I think that looks mighty pretty. Okay, now what I did off camera is I reheated some refried beans. Why is it so hard to talk? And some hamburger meat. Just heated them for about a minute, because from here I'm going to grab one of my little spoons and I'm going to start with a little bit of french fries and put those in there. And you know, this would be a perfect opportunity to get your kids involved. Of course, one of my kids is not feeling very well, and the other one, surprise, surprise, is taking a nap. It must be all that playing outside in the summer air. Man, don't I wish I was a kid again, huh? We wouldn't have half the chores that we have to do on a regular basis. Okay, now this can be thrown in the microwave. This would be perfect for a summertime snack when it's just too warm, but you're kind of hungry, and you know, you don't want to heat up, well, you don't want to heat up anything on the stove. And you know, the cool thing about the ground beef is that can be made anytime. You can store it in your refrigerator, and ground beef is good for up to a week in your refrigerator. So, you know, you could take a nice cool day, make it all up, and you know, you could use ground beef for anything. It's versatile. You know, you can make a quick spaghetti sauce. You could make Macho Nachos. You could do...
How about a taco burger?
Yeah, my husband likes a taco burger, and what he does is he just takes ground beef that's been cooked in taco seasoning, and he puts it between a hamburger bun, adds some cheese and jalapenos and all kinds of other stuff, and that's his version of a taco burger. So, you know, and then from here we're going to add the ground beef And this is so simple and easy. And when I seen the pictures of when Ann made this for Bob, holy moly, it was so quick and easy, so simple to make, and it looked delicious. It was just, you know, sometimes if you keep it simple, that's the best solution anybody can offer, you know? Sometimes when you make things a little bit more technical and a little bit more difficult, you know, it kind of muddies things up a little bit sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the recipe that you're using, really. But, you know. But I remember back when I was a little girl, and I would watch a guy, a painter, called Bob Ross. And he always said, we don't make mistakes. We just make happy accidents. And you know, I always like that theory. I'm such a goofball, I know. Okay, so now I'm putting the pico de gallo over the top. And I'm not getting too fussy with it, because this is the type of stuff my husband could probably eat by the gallons full. Maybe that's why he's so skinny. And you know what? If you don't want to make pico de gallo, if you don't have the ingredients, salsa would work just fine in replace of the pico de gallo. And now we're going to sprinkle a little bit of Mexican cheese over the top. Okay. And you just put it in the microwave, and you just put it in the microwave until the cheese melts. And I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Hi everybody, I'm back. The Macho Nachos took about a minute in the microwave for the cheese to melt and everything. If you reheat the ingredients beforehand, the refried beans or the hamburger beef or both, whichever ones you use, it will save you less time in the microwave. I forgot to mention, my husband mentioned this, we don't have cilantro on hand, but cilantro would go perfect in that pico de gallo. He's already taste tested the pico de gallo, and he said that it's very sweet. It's a different flavor than your typical pico de gallo, but he really enjoys it. So, without further ado, if I don't see you for the rest of this video, I hope you all live, laugh, and love, and until next time, I'll see you then. My husband is going to taste test the Macho Nachos. And thank you, Bob and Ann, for this recipe.
They're looking good over there in that little dish. Looks like it come out of a Mexican kitchen. And believe me, folks, having grown up in Texas, I know Mexican food. And I could eat it every day. So get a good look at that just on the spoon. I just got one on it with a spoon to separate from the other one so it will cool down a little bit before I shoved it down my gullet. Okay, here we go. Now I see lots of peppers and onions and of course the cherry tomatoes. Wow. It's hot a little bit. Not from the pepper. Let me tell you, that tastes exactly like a taco. It's awesome, and I recommend that you try it too. I'm going to eat several of them because I need to put on a little weight. Excuse me, but I too would like to thank our friends Bob and Ann Zeller down in San Antonio.
No, San Angelo.
Excuse me, San Angelo, for the recipe and their kindness. And until next time you see me become a guinea pig, I'll talk to you then. Adios.